even when I said with Joffy, they be Top Tiger, B. But he was that before. Any blood circuit, any of that. Like he was already, they had already appointed him that, because they just viewed him that way.
Oh, so when circulated,
they started hearing names like who's really going crazy in Queens. So they came in the building, they came and got me, and I brought mines along. Banks came, Banks, Yayo, who else was there?
When you're the leader of your actual crew and you actually leading them in a different, it can get uncomfortable when someone else comes around and they view him as the lead. Like, you the big homie, and then I come and they go, oh, the big homie.
So I'm sure you all already know the G-Unit story. The rise of 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, and Young Buck. But there's another name that barely gets mentioned, and yet he's one of the most feared and most dangerous members of 50's inner circle, Joffy Top Tiger. Now, if you're a real G-Unit fan, you know 50 kept some serious steppers around him, especially when the streets were still hot. But out of all of them, Joffy's name rang different. Word on the street was that he wasn't just a crew member, he was 50's go-to when things got real. Some even say he was 50's main shooter, the one who handled all the heavy business behind the scenes. And now, years later, 50 himself is revealing why Joffy Top Tiger is still a force to be reckoned with. See, Joffy wasn't just affiliated with G-Unit. He had deep gang ties, real street credentials, and a past that even had 50 watching his back. And if y'all thought 50 was the hardest dude in G-Unit, wait till you hear why he never underestimated Joffy. In today's video, we're diving deep into the mystery of Joffy Top Tiger, his role in G-Unit, his alleged street activities, and why even 50 Cent, the man who survived 9 bullets, still has respect and maybe even a little bit of fear for Joffy to this day. Let's get into it.
Yeah, everybody's here, but yo, Joffy, tell you chill out. Because he already made you the guy, I'm going to tell you. I said, chill out. Instead of talking to them directly, because I know that they're already listening to you.
Joffy Top Tiger, aka Jesse Brown, isn't just some regular street dude. He's rumored to be heavy in the game. Word is he holds serious rank in the notorious Mac Baller Brims, one of the most feared sets moving in the streets with deep-rooted connections and major influence.
Charles is my 18 Banks peoples right here. He came up with take on the road, you know what I'm saying?
The Mac Baller Brims are a dominant gang from the Bronx, heavily involved in drug and gun trafficking, and authorities rank them among New York's most dangerous criminal groups. One law enforcement source described them like this: top dogs in the city. There are more of them than any other Brims, and they're highly organized, extremely violent, very powerful. Other gangs fear them. As a major force within the National Bloods network, the Mac Ballers dominate a large share of New York's drug trade and hold serious influence at Rikers Island, where they control contraband flow and have a life or death power over inmates. Known as the Mac Baller family, their home base is in the Morrisania section of the Bronx, but their reach extends citywide, especially into Brooklyn and Staten Island, as well as upstate New York and New Jersey. The gang was founded by Larry O. Calderon, a Bronx native with a long rap sheet who is now facing life in prison for allegedly a lower-ranking member. Dubbed the Godfather or Don, Calderon built an organization that operates with ruthless efficiency. Alongside him is Eli Blood Rios, also serving a life sentence for a separate homicide. Together, they run a highly structured mafia-style operation that controls both street and prison business, making calls on violence, loyalty, and overall gang strategy. Law enforcement considers them the undisputed top dogs of the city's gang scene, with a bigger roster than any other Brim faction. They're known for their extreme discipline, brutal tactics, and massive power, making even rival gangs tread carefully around them. Officially, records list over 525 members, but insiders say the real number is much higher. The Mac Ballers have broken away from their larger New York Brims alliance and split their organization into 2 key divisions: the Money Unit, which handles finances, and the Murder Unit, responsible for enforcement. Now, when it comes to Joffy Top Tiger, he's been rolling with the Mac Ballers for years. At one point, rumors were swirling that he left the Ballers to join the Gorilla Stone Bloods, also known as the Apes, a notoriously violent gang with influence across the country. But Joffy shut that talk down real quick.
I'm 8 in 24 hours. I'm 8. I went to jail last night. I guess I went to jail last night, and I turned 8 that fast. You is impeccable with this computer. This that doing with this computer nowadays is hilarious. Joff just got locked up. He ate too. Shout out to the Apes though. I f the Apes. Know my body though.
So how did Joffy link up with 50 Cent? It all started with Lloyd Banks, who already knew Joffy from back in their school days. Banks pulled up to the towers with a few of his people, trying to bring Joffy into the G Unit fold and see if he was ready to rock with the movement.
Well, like I told you, me and Banks, we school time, like August Small, those are like, I knew him I knew Banks a long time. I mean, that's my man, that's my brother for real. Like, all of is my bro, they all family, like. But with me and Banks, we had a close relationship.
Joffy eventually linked up with 50 Cent and Bang'em Smurf, and just like that, he was officially part of the G Unit family. At the time, Joffy was posted up in the infamous American Towers when 50's crew came looking for him. Banks, Weezy, and some other G Unit members pulled up, ready to bring him into the movement. According to Joffy, they made the first move, seeking him out and giving him the opportunity to be a part of the unit.
Getting even into the unit, you know what I mean? Like, you knew Fifth beforehand? Or?
Yeah, I knew Banks and them. Banks,
Okay.
Al, Halim, and all them, because we all went to school. We all went to school together.
Okay.
Like, I used to come with the August Martin and terrorize. Like, so they was always, I was never with it. Like, Al and them, they was never like, I used to be going crazy. Like, we used to be for LB fam at that time. Like, we beef with the world. Like,
LB fam was everything.
we was some, like, where we from, like, we went against everything on that side. When it came to Baisley, Rochdale, they was all against us.
Because y'all was together.
Yeah, and we was just like us. We was only, it wasn't too many of us. It was a lot of them. They used to team up. Shit used to be crazy back then until we start. After a while, I think we might have been the first ones playing with them. But you know, we ain't gonna speak on that. But
Thank you.
But we started going crazy.
Yeah.
Once we started going crazy, that's when the names started going crazy. Oh no, Westside Merc, Westside.
So it was the beat up era still. Like,
it was still hands. It was still hands and feet.
They knew that we was. So they came and got me. Word.
Oh, so when circulated,
they started hearing names like who's really going crazy in Queens. So like they came in the building, they came and got me, and I brought mines along. Banks came, Banks, Yayo. Who else was there? It was a bunch of them.
So how did they speak? Like, yo, we gonna start something.
But Joffy wasn't just another recruit. He was deep in it. He was moving with 50, touring, recording, and living that G Unit lifestyle. But things took a turn. After a few years on the road with 50 in the early 2000s, Joffy got caught up in out and ended up serving a year at Rikers for attempted murder. When he got out, he wanted to celebrate his release with a barbecue, but that celebration quickly turned violent. The gathering erupted into a mass shooting, leaving multiple people injured, and tragically, an 18-year-old was left paralyzed after taking a bullet to the neck.
It was a barbecue I had when I came home from jail. If you probably know when and all that shit happened. They saying June at barbecue and all that pistol packing. You don't remember that happened? Yeah, no, his neck.
He got paralyzed.
Basically, that was my barbecue. I came home from jail, they threw me barbecue. It was crazy.
Why you got sued for it?
Because it was my barbecue. Right. It was my...
They got paralyzed, sued you?
Sued me and my mother.
No, stop.
So my mother got to pay for something that my friends caused. Like, that's hurtful, and nobody helped me.
Right.
We got friends out here this day that don't post shit. How many friends you know never post nothing you did that you grow with?
A lot.
Thank you. I got the same. I got a friend I know with that right now. Don't do. I'm taking with me. Hell no. You gonna stay right there when I go. You don't show the same love I show.
By the way, 50 Cent was dragged into the mess too. Even though he wasn't anywhere near that barbecue, his name still ended up in a lawsuit. Why? Because Joffy and Lloyd Banks were at that party. As a result, G Unit Enterprises, G Unit Records Inc., and G Unit Touring all got hit with a lawsuit filed by the young man who was left paralyzed in the shootout. Sadly, he passed away a few years later due to complications from his injuries, making the whole situation even worse. And if things weren't already crazy, Joffy ended up beefing with fellow G Unit member Bang'em Smurf. Joffy felt Smurf wasn't staying loyal to 50 and picked the wrong side. That tension almost turned deadly. Smurf got caught up in jail over it.
Went through some things, but it went wrong because it's probably me and him being who we are, but you probably got people in your crew that feel a certain way. I might have people in my crew that feel a certain way, and that's how that shit be clashing with the two, because you know we both two bosses, so you know how this shit might go. He might have people that be like, yo man, fuck them niggas, fuck. And I might have niggas like, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Situations happen. People choose sides. I felt I'm sticking with the side that I've been with. I've been around Fifth and them. Smurf ain't bring me aboard. I and them bought me aboard. Weezy and them bought me aboard, but he still was family. Me, I just slept in Smurf mama crib. I done gave that nigga money. We done share shit. He done gave me guns. Like you know what I'm saying? He was family, nigga. I'm locked in, we locked in.
but shit just went sideways.
He cut me in my sleep and shit. Yeah, that ain't about nothing.
Damn.
You know, you don't see no scar on my face, right? He ain't do a good job. I got cut though. Not on my face. That's where they really try to cut me up. They try to cut my face and my neck up. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I made it out that motherfucker though. I made it out that motherfucker. Yeah, you know how it go. This is gangster shit, man. This is shit we signed up for. Yeah, but ain't no honor in that. I don't respect how they did it. They got me cut in my sleep. That's them for me getting one of their homies cut in the yard, because one of the niggas that took a hit on me wound up in the same jail. Yeah. So I seen him in jail. I got him touched, you know? But I did my shit with honor. I got him touched on his feet. You heard? Them niggas ran up in my sleep. So.
But staying loyal to 50 came with its own price. Joffy nearly lost his life when he got hit with 5 shots, allegedly by none other than Jimmy Henchman himself.
Part 2 of Joffy Top Tiger, the most dangerous man in hip-hop. On the last episode...
Believe this, but like, even when I said with Joffy, you know, they beat Top Tiger, but he was that before. Any blood circuit, any of that. Like, he was already... They had already appointed him that, because they just viewed him that way. Right. And it was in the same age group. I didn't understand it, but I was like, nah, that's just how it is. And I left it. I didn't just leave it like that.
Remember I told you, my block starts from 134 and ends at 137. So 2 niggas shooting at me from 137 side. So I backed up by the phone booth, because there's a phone booth right here in our hood, in front of the store. So I backed up by the phone booth, like, yo, who the fuck these niggas shooting at? Because remember, I told you, there's other people on the block too. So everybody's scattering. But I still want to know who these niggas shooting at, and they shooting 9s. And if you're in the firing range, you know a 9 ain't gonna make it past no 50 yards, no 30 yards. Like, we in the firing range. I'm like, what? You ain't gonna hit nobody down here shooting from that far.
Through all the ups and downs, one thing's for sure. Joffy's loyalty to 50 Cent has never changed. Despite all the drama, violence, and street beefs, Joffy has always had 50's back. Even after spending time in jail and going through some serious situations, their bond is still rock solid. You can catch Joffy with 50 today, showing love and support wherever they go, whether it's performing in the studio or just hanging out. Joffy's story shows just how deep loyalty and brotherhood go in the streets and hip-hop culture. His name might not always be in the headlines, but his connection to 50 and the whole G-Unit movement speaks volumes. But how do you feel about Joffy's loyalty to 50 and everything he's been through to stay by his side? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't miss out on this next story.